Story time. The year is 2018. I had just gotten my real estate license and I had just gotten my renovation business off the ground. I was booked and busy. So one of my family members needed to buy a house by the end of the year. So we got to work. I showed them every house on the market in their budget. All of them. Every neighborhood. I was using my selling points. We were going to get them in that house by the end of the year. But they didn't like their budget. So they said, let's look at houses in a higher price. And I was like, oh, no, we can't do that because your pre-approval says blah, blah, blah. But they assured me they would go back to that lender and get a new letter. So we started looking at higher price homes. We looked for several days in a row. But one day I said, I need to take some time for my family, work-life balance, you know? Well, the needle scratched on the record and they were like, hold it. I'm on a deadline. I need to go every single day. I said, we'll be back tomorrow. I sent you a list. Well, they got tense after that. So one day I get a call from my broker and he says he got a email from one of my family members and he needed to know what was going on. I had never met this man. He worked in Virginia. So the email goes on about, yeah, this is my family member, but we got some terms in the contract they didn't want to uphold. It costs money to waste my time, right? But I cared more about my other business than I did about doing real estate, blah, 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 let me out of my contract for free. So after I picked my face up off the floor, I agreed and I moved on with my life and I eventually got my first sale. But it's just like people always say, it be your own people. And ain't no need in even asking why. Just pick it up and keep going. Sheesh!